Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be making these glorious things. They are red velvet crumble cookie poppies. So here's just an overview of what we're going to use. All of these are going to be linked down below, the recipe and all you're going to need to cook these beautiful things. Okay, so first step, we're going to get our unsalted butter, which I softened in the microwave. 113 grams of that. We are going to get 70 grams of granulated sugar and 65 grams of brown sugar, and then we're going to whisk this together until it's combined. Okay, so next up we're going to get a large egg, comes with a free feather. We're going to add it to a bowl. We're going to add some red food gel. Now red food gel actually makes the red stand out more. You can use food colouring, but red gel just gives it that extra bit of pop of colour. You're going to use 1 to 2 teaspoons of this. And of course, we're going to whisk it again until it's all combined. Now, don't judge a girl, but she did not have a sieve, so I used a colander. The whole point of this is just to get some air into the mixture, so it's perfectly fine. It worked great. I put 163 grams of flour. I did 2 to 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Now, this just depends how chocolatey you want your cookies. You can add more or less. It's totally up to you. Next up was a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. You could also put in 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I didn't have any, but it didn't really matter. And also a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. No one can do it like you. At this point, I realized I forgot to put my vanilla extract in when I was putting my wet ingredients in, so I just added it in here. It was totally fine. It still worked and still tasted great. Again, just a teaspoon, but if you like it a bit more vanilla, add some more. Next step is to gently fold all of these dry ingredients into the wet ingredients, and the purpose of this is to not undo the sifting that you just did. You want air in your mixture because you want these cookies to rise, so try to avoid mixing it too closely together. You want to try and fold it gently to get some air into your mixture. Now this recipe does work best when the mixture has had chance to settle in the fridge and get slightly cold, because it hardens up and makes it easier to work with. And of course, as always, everything's better in a night in the fridge, but I didn't have this time, so I just left it in there for a couple of hours to harden.
It wasn't long before I knew that I fell for you and you had my heart.
Now, just before I took this mixture out of the fridge, I made sure to preheat my oven at 375 Fahrenheit and got my cookie sheet ready, and we were going to weigh out the cookies because crumble cookies are notoriously large. Now, I measured it the first time, but the second time I made this batch, I just eyeballed it. You can make loads of little ones, you can make one giant one if you wanted to, but they do spread out. So the rule of thumb is to roll them, slightly push down on the center of them, and make sure you spread them out on your cooking sheet. This recipe makes roughly 5 cookies, but again, you can make them how you like. I would give a good 3 inches in between cookies to allow for spreading, and measure them about 1/3 of a cup each. Now, so while the cookies were in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes, it's time to make the topping, which is 6 ounces of cream cheese, room temperature, 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, which is softened again, and you do whisk this together. Then you add half a teaspoon of vanilla and a cup of icing sugar, which you sift into the mixture, and of course mix it together until it's nice and smooth.
With you the future seems so bright. Won't you stay here by my side?
Just look at how perfect and beautiful these came out. Now, you always want to use the worst looking one as a topping, so basically you just crumble it up while it's still hot. It's nice and fine. The feeling of this was beautiful. And then you want to pipe your icing onto your cookies. Again, I didn't have a piping bag, but I did buy one after this. But it's easy, just use a spoon, spread them out, top them with the crumbled up cookie, and enjoy them. They are so beautiful, tasty, vanilla, chocolate, loveliness. They're so soft on the inside. They are delicious. I actually used these as a baby shower gift for my best friend. That vlog is also up on my channel. They were a great success, and that is that. So I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, follow, comment on this video, all that jazz, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!